Hey there, I'm Darren. I'm a dad, a woodworker, and a lifelong wanderer of these woods here in northwestern Pennsylvania. This channel is going to follow my journey as I try to find ancient artifacts here locally. Also try to get my family off their screens and into the dirt with me. So follow along if you're in it for the hunt, the history, or just some memories in between. Welcome.
So when we're talking artifacts, this is something, but this is nothing. You see what I mean? You probably just see a rock, but if you see all these individual scallops, rocks aren't made in this shape, okay? Each one of these little scallops impact would have had to have happened. And this piece of rock is missing now. This piece of rock is missing. This piece of rock is missing. This piece of rock is missing. On this side, this piece. This is a nice piece, you see? You can make a decent sized arrowhead out of that. This is an artifact. It's called a core. This is the raw materials in which arrowheads are made out of. Huh. It's kind of interesting. Just not really finished. And the way that zigzags like that goes up, and that's how you work stone. All right, back to the probability meter. Probability meter. Ooh, you know what I should do? I'll show you the object. And I'll pull it. Oh. Probability meter 3. Here we go. Or else I would spray it.
I think I got an arrowhead on the ground here. As you can see, looks pretty good. I'm gonna go with a probability meter of 8, and I'm gonna spray it down. So be excited if this is a point, because I have not found one at this field yet. It's looking good. Let's give it a little bit of a pressure test here. Peeling out here. Definitely broke on the bottom. Some ears. A little break on the tip, but that'll count. That'll count.
On the board.
Looks a lot like the last one I just found. It was broke in 2 places, but very, very nice. Well, we're early to start searching here, and we have a lot to go, but hopefully Johnny Quest and I will have more finds to show you here before the end of the video. A little closer look here at this point I just found. It's broken in 2 spots again, on the base and on the tip. And it can be very typical of what you find in a field, especially in Pennsylvania, because the farmers' implements, they can really do a number on all the rocks, but it's not to say that's what broke this at all. It does look quite a bit like the point I found at the end of the last video, it also being broken in 2 spots, but this one seems to be a little bit higher grade material. It would probably result in a better looking point, easier to nap, sharper. It might even be the same kind of chert, but this just seems to be higher quality. I got another artifact coming up for you, so go ahead and check it out. Got a little something on the ground here from the top. Looks pretty good. Looks like it could be a scraper. I'm gonna go meter, definitely a probability meter of 7.5. It's gonna put you about right there. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Look at that little inclusion there. That nice looking colors. It's just a little scraper. But I think it's a little translucence there. You can see it. That's pretty neat. Probably the first one of these I've found. I'll gladly put this in the collection. It's a neat piece. Classic turtleback scraper, they call this. You can kind of see well. Looks like a turtle shell. Okay, here's a look at that scraper I just found. Kind of running out of sunlight here, but I love this material. It's got a semi-translucence to it. You can see right there on the edge. And just seeing it sit on top there, it's this classic turtle back shape that they talk about for a scraper, where I could see that these purposeful hits were made as it laid on top there to create a sharp edge all the way around where you could put it in your hand and then use it to scrape. And there's probably some impact damage here from the plow from here and there, but it's really cool material, especially when they have these kind of light colored inclusions in here, or any kind of inclusions. When they have that, they can almost be, you know, like a gem quality stone inside there, quartz or crystal. So neat little artifact here. I'm excited to put in the collection, and hopefully I'll find some more of these here soon. All right, I'm getting a little excited because I think I got a nice one on the ground here. I'm gonna meter here and give you a realistic view of the way I picked it up. Saw that down here, look a little closer, and if you look right under there, Johnny Quest pointed out that he thinks he can see the sharp point of it all the way there. So I will also admit that it doesn't look like there's much in the way of a stem here, but we're gonna pick this up with a probability meter of 9. We're going with a probability meter of 9 on this one. Actually, I gotta get my spray bottle out and spray it down. So quick pause, here we go. Okay, cue the song and spray it down. Let's see what we got here.
Spray it. Wash it. Spray it.
Johnny Quest. We got on him today, let me tell you. Oh, I'm gonna turn Pennsylvania into a little bit of a mecca. Huh? A little bit of a mecca for finding artifacts. That is a nice one. Might just have to close out episode 4. Just find right here, take you back to the cleanup video and do some identification on this. Well, it's kind of like what we always say, probably not real if they're not broke, but that is a really nice point. Great way to end the video, so thanks for watching. Wow, just wow on this knife. This is definitely one of the finest pieces I have in my collection. It is a little broken, but the craftsmanship on this is just phenomenal. There's a couple little inclusions right there that you can see through in the right light, but the flaking is just fantastic. It's sharp. Nice quality material. Seems like this is broke here, of course, yes, but this might have been what they would have called an ear, so it would have came in there, and I still can't really tell if they would have called this a point. I think they call this a knife. It's kind of large for artifacts that we find around here in the field, but like I said, just the craftsmanship's amazing. I would be looking forward to finding maybe some more of this particular maker's points, but if not, this is just really nice. And you know, the permission of where I found this is good for life, and I'm looking forward to what else I'm gonna find there. Before this day where I found this, I hadn't found anything in that field, and then I found 3 artifacts in one day, so I'll be getting back there, that's for sure. Hey everybody, thanks for watching and tuning in. I'm gonna bring this episode to an end and get the next one ready. I found some incredible stuff this year, even a very large piece that might end up being a little controversial, but I need some information on it. So stay tuned, and I will keep you guys as updated as I can. Thank you. Okay, many times closing this episode out, but I just wanted to kind of do it with a little bit of talk to camera, a little bit of a story time about intentions and being able to change one's opinion and mind on things. When I first started arrowhead hunting and I found something, I said, I will never buy an arrowhead. I'll never buy an artifact. Well, guess what? I bought an arrowhead. I bought more than one arrowhead, okay? At no point will you ever see a purchased artifact in any of these videos. Let's be clear about that, okay? But when I started, I always took pictures. I always documented this as much as I could. I felt that it was rather unbelievable when I wanted to make sure I could kind of gather as much of the evidence as I could to help others to believe when I told them about it. And before I found my first point, I found this rock right here. Nice round rock way back in the woods. And I text my friend who finds arrowheads locally at the time, and I wasn't. And he says, oh, it kind of looks like a monostone. I was like, wow, I'm going to look up what a monostone is, and then I'm going to tell all my friends and family that I have an artifact. And when I did, they all looked at me and basically said, nice rock. And I realized that I was going to have to find something a little more undeniable, a little more certain in order to make just the casual believe that I had found an artifact. And this wasn't it. A little while passed and I found this rock. And I was convinced that it was a game ball or a game stone of sorts. I mean, you see a lot of rocks in the field, but this one was smooth, it's two-toned, it's flat bottomed. I thought I got a game ball. That's so odd, okay? And to this day, I can't really see any grinding or polishing or pecking or working on either of these pieces. And I believe that they are just nice rocks and not artifacts. I still keep them because I like them and they were part of my journey. But I want to come back to this piece, and you might recognize it because it was in the first clip of this video, and I called it a core. I said this is the piece with which natives made arrowheads, or one of the raw materials. And I also called it an artifact, and I want to change my mind on that, and I'm not going to call this an artifact because of the lack of intention. I'm sorry, this is my storm cat, my rescue cat, Storm Cat. She's gonna bugger up this video pretty good for me, but everybody's got their icon banner animal on their channel, so this is mine. This is Storm Cat. Anyway, I'm not gonna call this an artifact because of the lack of intention. I don't see a clear intention that the natives had for this piece. Maybe this missing piece was what made a nice point out of. But I find a lot of these, and I'm probably going to continue to show them in my video, because if you find things like this, you're likely in the right spot and you should keep looking. But I also want to talk about the intentions of this channel. And that I was beginning to say that I always documented finding these points because I just find it fantastic. And earlier this year, I realized that I was going to make a pretty strong pace and make a go of it as far as a hobby, and I thought, well, I'm going to pass these points on to my kids and maybe their kids, hopefully their kids. Wouldn't it be nice to pass on like a video collection of me finding them as well, that they could say, hey, Grandpa found this point. Oh, you want to see the video of him finding it? So I thought, guys, that would be something neat. That would be something memorable that I would be proud of, be proud to pass on. Those were my intentions with making these videos. And pretty much all of the content on this channel moving forward will be with this in mind, or will be moving in this direction, okay? I just want to make clear that everything about this is authentic, and I sacrifice time away from my family, and there's a real sacrifice made there to go out in these fields and try to find artifacts. I was surprised how quickly there was people willing to degrade that effort and that intention. So if you're on this channel or you're in my comments, just keep it kind is all I'm asking, okay? I really appreciate it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I got some amazing things coming up. Man, I can't wait to share with everybody this giant piece I found, all right? Trust me.